Hey.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, CocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM, half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. Of course, you got me, the sexiest man of all internet wrestling radio, Boom Boom here, shaking the room live from Richmond, Virginia. And of course, joining me way across the pond, the founder, the CEO, El Jefe himself, talking about Dave Coco. Coco, man, have you heard the news? I mean, it's something that's really shocking. I mean, it just blew me away. I mean, I was completely blindsided by the news, but apparently Ring of Honor going to Destination America a week from today on Wednesday, June the 3rd. I'm absolutely just floored by this news. I never saw this coming. Apparently there had been some negotiating for months, but Dave, you're the one who actually broke the news to me. What was your initial reaction when you saw it?
I kid you not. I was on Destination America and I saw the Facebook post before the tweet and before anything, and I was like in such shock that I started going around Destination America's Facebook page thinking it was fake. I'm like, nah, this story's not fucking real. Someone set up a fake Destination America page. I accidentally liked it. I really thought this was like a rib. I did not think it was fucking real. And not only that, but like, I saw it when it broke on Facebook before it even broke on Twitter. And I'm just like, this ain't fucking real. I'm like, I even shared it on Facebook, and I was like, is this real life? Like, I was even scrolling, because, you know, like, on Facebook, they have those phony sites. They try to trick you with news and stuff. You know, like, famous person who's still alive is dead. So, like, I'm like, dude. And then I'm going through Destination America's official Facebook page, like, maybe this is a fake Facebook page. And I'm like, but wait, why would I've already liked it already? Why would they go 2 years in the past, you know, updating Facebook posts? I was so shocked by this that I actually thought the news was fake. I thought, like, wow, they really went out of their way to trick me. Like, I had to look at dates of original posts and stuff. So, you know, it didn't even hit me out of left field. I just didn't believe it was real. I did not believe it was real. And then I went on Twitter, and maybe like 10, 20 minutes later, ROH, Destination America, everyone's just started tweeting everything. So not only did it hit me out of left field, it took me a couple minutes to think it was real. And I haven't been that shocked in a real long time since maybe I was a little kid and I went to church the next day and didn't watch the Tyson fight that happened in Tokyo. And everyone's like, oh, no, Tyson lost in Tokyo. I just did not fucking believe it. I thought it was a huge practical joke. That's what I thought it was. Because I was just lucky because, you know, I couldn't sleep. There's a shock. I turn on, Destination America's Facebook page for fucking some odd reason, and like 1 minute ago, this posted, and I was like, are you fucking for real? This has got to be a fake site. It's got to be. And that's how shocked I was. I was in denial just because I was like, this is amazing because they're owned by a smaller television network. You know, it would have been the ultimate troll move to trick people. I was floored by it. I was floored by it by so much that I did not think it was real. I even watched it for the first time. I was like, is this real life? Is this really happening?
Yeah, I mean, it completely caught me off guard. It caught a lot of people on the internet off guard. Now, here's what we know. According to like PW Insider and all these other dirt sheets posted online, they are reporting that apparently Ring of Honor and Destination America have been in negotiations for months over this, but they kept it under wraps. We also know that TNA did not, or at least they're saying they had no idea about this deal. We found out that that Ring of Honor will start airing Destination America a week from today. That'll be June the 3rd. They're going to go ahead and show episodes that are supposed to air on the Sinclair network. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. The Ring of Honor is still owned by Sinclair. This is just in addition, from what I'm gathering, in addition to their Sinclair owned stations, you know, where it gets broadcast. This will be on Destination America. It will come on at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock Central. Then will be followed up by 2-hour episodes of TNA Impact Wrestling. And then I'm also hearing that hour of Ring of Honor wrestling will replay following TNA. So essentially, you're going to have a 4-hour wrestling block. Now, I guess, Dave, I mean, there's just a lot to cover here, and stop me when you got a reaction to something.
No problem.
What we're hearing is that none of the TNA talent, at least according to MVP, who tweeted out, they had no idea about this. Dixie Carter said she didn't know anything about this. In fact, she had to have, I think they had like a 2-3 hour phone conference call, with TNA and their talents. It was like 10 minutes of it was her, like an introduction. 30 minutes of it was like talent, and a lot of people were not happy. So, Dave, here's my theory on this, and you could tell me if I'm like smoking something or if this is right. I'm thinking about with the rumors with TNA that they're going to get dropped around September, that this is just Destination America's way of kind of getting the audience acclimated with Ring of Honor, and then that way when they drop TNA, they won't take a dip in ratings. They'll already have a fan base built up for this wrestling program.
They did, it reminds me of TNN or whatever the fuck it was called, Spike TV way back in the day, where ECW was just a fucking test pilot, and there you go. ROH is way more cheaper. And not that, but, I think I was talking to Andy Paps on Facebook, and I was like, dude, Dixie Carter's so dumb. And Andy Paps was like, yeah, but she didn't know about it. Like, it doesn't make her smart. Not knowing about it doesn't make her smart.
Honestly, Dave, I was going to ask you that question, and I'm glad you got to it. If you're Dixie Carter, how big of a fucking idiot do you look right now?
Oh, she'll spin it. She'll spin it. I can't wait to hear how TNA spins this. But let me tell you what this is like.
Well, to be honest, they're already spinning it. I mean, both her, Billy Corgan, and one other gentleman, they're all, they all sent out tweets a few hours later congratulating Ring of Honor joining Destination America, being the destination for professional wrestling and, in the U.S. So they've already reacted to it. And I think that's honestly the best way to do it is put on the happy face and, try to take the high ground and, oh yeah, this isn't bothering us at all. When deep down you can tell.
This is the best part. This is what it's like. Let's use real life situations. This is like you get in a fight with your wife, all right? You get in a fight with your wife. You're like, oh, I hate you, right? And then you come back home and she's like, oh. Rob is sharing a bed with me tonight. Now Rob is in bed with us. Like, there's no good way you can spin this. It's fucking ridiculous. It's just, man, no. Like, I don't want to throw TNA under the bus. I don't want to be that fucking guy. Trust me, there's plenty of them. Anyone who thinks this is a good deal for TNA is fucking ridiculous. And I like Dixie Carter for her fight. But I always said from day one, she's the dumbest fucking human being ever. Ever. And, it just sucks because you're taking it right on the fucking chin. And you're just like, yep, they can cancel our contract at any time. This is a great opportunity. It's just, man. I know TNA fans are going to spin it as a good thing, but why? Why? It's like, boom, you work in the news. It's like being a very expensive, low-rated show, and then a super cheap show comes in. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you're gonna be fucking replaced. You know what I mean? It's like being an old NFL quarterback and you're barely fucking making the playoffs and you're fighting with the coach. And then here comes this fucking young, scrappy kid. Here comes Doug Flutie. That's what it fucking reminds me of. TNA is Rob Johnson. ROH is Doug Flutie. Who the fuck would be like Rob Johnson on Twitter? Be like, yeah, I think this is a great idea that we have the CFL quarterback on the team. No, it's a horrible idea. There's no fucking way you can see this as a good thing. The American a la carte, Mr. TNA himself, I'd like to see how he spins this to be a positive thing. Because, no. It's not
Well,
possible.
here's the thing. When it comes to Dixie Carter not knowing, either A, she's flat out lying and she did know and she was hiding it. Two, Destination America sent her the stuff and either it didn't get to her or she straight out ignored it. Either way around, there's some kind of communication error within TNA. Or three, Destination America was being told dicks and they just didn't say shit.
Well, not only that, but like, I just don't fucking like. It's weird. It's such a weird story because you're so happy for Ring of Honor, but at the same time, you're like, man, that sucks. You know, it's like that couple at work. You know, the wife leaves the husband. And, you're so happy for the new husband, but at the same time, you're just like, oh man, that sucks for the old husband. I mean, I don't understand how this could be a good thing. You know, Ring of Honor is crazy cheaper, just crazy cheaper, crazy.
Well, yeah, because they've got Sinclair and all. They record everything. All they're going to do is send Destination America the tapes. That's all they're going to do.
I mean, I don't know. I hope ROH does good. I hope TNA does good. But
and you know, the weird thing is, like, Destination America. It depends on your perspective. You know, while I think it's a good move for Ring of Honor, I think it's also been a bad move for Impact. And here's why. I mean, imagine, Dave, if we got to a time machine and then we went back, 10, 15 years from now, and we told ourselves, hey, there's going to be this promotion. It's going to have like this. This woman's going to back it. She's got all the money in the world. I mean, she's got enough money to throw at it. And not only that, she's going to hire Sting. She's going to hire Hulk Hogan. She's going to hire Ric Flair. She's going to hire Samoa Joe. She's going to hire Austin Aries. She's going to hire Christopher Daniels. And we're getting all excited. He goes, but this promotion's going to suck. We're going to be like, how? How could you do that? How? How's it possible?
Defense. Minus the Hogan era. I don't think TNA sucks. I believe that from my heart. You know, I think TNA gets a bad rap. I think the shows are pretty from good. They know what it is. The TNA right now in Destination America reminds me of the Rays. They do just enough to get wins. You know what I mean? They're not gonna fucking. I think they either do good to great shows right now. I think TNA gets a lot of heat, and I don't think TNA ever in history was bad unless Hogan was at the helm. When Hogan was at the helm, it was fucking horrible. Like, if you're a TNA fan, it'd be like, no, it was fucking great. You're just in fucking denial. It was complete fucking garbage. But since TNA's been on Destination America, the athletes, the booking, the announcing has all been better, in my opinion. I just think it's a better product. Now, I think a lot of people ain't giving it a shot, but I do think it's a better product. I think Destination America TNA is a lot better than Spike Hogan TNA. That's just me. But with that said, is not many people are watching it, and I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just not good. But who knows? Maybe you can live in happiness.
Yeah,
let me tell you something. How fucked are they if ROH, who barely cost anything, you know what I mean? This is like comparing ECW to WCW back in the day. What happens if ROH gets better ratings? Or what if it's the same? What if it's, they don't get 1.0s, but for the sake of the conversation, let's think positive. Let's say both shows get a 1.0. If you're Destination America, you're like, yeah, we have to pay a hell of a lot more for that 1.0 than this 1.0. So it'd be very interesting. I don't wish nothing. I don't wish bad luck on TNA, but at the same time, you can't be like, oh, your wife is sleeping with another man in your bed, and be like, oh, everything's fine. This marriage is gonna work out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Destination America's kind of been a blessing and a curse, because when you think about it, with Impact, it's been a curse because they went from being on Spike TV to losing that because of their own fucking stupidity, because they pretty much broke the only fucking rule that they had was, we don't want Vince Russo involved in your show in any shape, form, or fashion. Well, thanks to a fuck up with an email, well, it turns out he's doing consulting work, and Spike TV was like, no, we told you straight up, we do not want Vince Russo associated with the show. We don't want him involved with Impact Wrestling, and they told him to hit the bricks. And so Impact loses about roughly, 50 million potential viewers. I mean, because you got to think, Spike TV is based on every basic cable package, in the United States, alone. And then here you have Ring of Honor. They're only on Sinclair-owned stations. And for those of you who may not know about, Sinclair is not a huge. They're big in the sense of, they're a media market. But from what and I work in media, Sinclair, and believe me, well, Dave, I think to answer that.
I worked for Sinclair. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, I interned at a Sinclair station. It sucks. They're small. I mean, the Sinclair.
Small is not the word. They are.
The Sinclair affiliate that I interned at, it was actually 2 stations rolled into one. One was a CW affiliate, and the other was a My TV affiliate.
Yeah.
And then when I was in Omaha, we had a Sinclair-owned station, but it was broadcast out of a small station in, I think it was CW affiliate, but I think it was being broadcast out of Iowa. And then over here in Richmond, Sinclair is actually the Fox affiliate, and they don't have a news department.
Let's put it this way. You said you interned? You interned, right?
Yeah, I interned in a Sinclair.
Probably made just as much money as the sports guys.
We didn't. That Sinclair station didn't even have a news. Didn't have a news department. I mean, you're talking shoestring budgets, and for this company to get back onto cable. I mean, this is the first time they're going to be back on, cable TV since their deal with HDNet expired some years ago. So this is a big game for Ring of Honor.
Yeah, and it's only a 6-month deal, but it's just.
Yeah, 23 weeks, man. That's good, and that could take them. That's going to take them all the way through the rest of 2015. Now, I'm willing to bet if the ratings are halfway decent, they'll renew them for a year.
Yeah, if I could, Coco Sports lawyers, get ready. If I could write an open letter to Dixie Carter. Dear Dixie Carter, always start the letter off with good news. All right. Dear Dixie Carter, I appreciate the fight in you. I really do. Most people would have given up. I appreciate the fight in you. I respect the fight in you. I think Destination America TNA's broadcast has been the best TNA broadcast in years. I really enjoy it. I think the commentary is better. I think the storylines are better. I think the wrestling is better. I just think it's an overall better product. Now, I'm going to have to break some bad news. You are fucking dumb. You are fucking dumb. This is on you. If you stopped trying to be WWE Junior and ran it like a fucking company for profit years ago, TNA would be a lot farther along than it is. You fucking get dressed up at night in leather and have your husband fuck you in the stance what I would call the pedigree and say, call me Stephanie McMahon. Call me Stephanie McMahon. The problem is you need to stop wanting to be WWE and take WWE out and run your fucking company. Run your fucking company. You have just the worst image in the world because you do stupid shit over and over and over again. It's just absolutely horrible. I'm happy as a pro wrestling fan that there's an alternative. I'm happy as a TNA fan that TNA is improved. But ever since Jeff Jarrett introduced you, I've always been angry that you're fucking stupid. That's it. I don't know. I don't know if there was this fucking point to that letter, but love fucking TNA fan that knows what night TNA originally aired on, for how much, and did a post-show for fucking years on 30 radio stations. So, no. It just, come on, dude. Come on. Yeah, but let's go to some live comments, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
Wrap this bad boy up. Congratulations, Ring of Honor. TNA, I'm sorry that you have to share your bed with another man. Sportsfan77, Marcus at Marcus New York 15, favored and tweeted us. Appreciate it. Much love. Thank you for the likes on the Facebook. Andy Paps on Facebook says, I felt the same way. I thought it was fake. I thought it was beyond fake. I was like, oh shit, someone got me. Someone got me. I did not think it was real at all. Let me refresh the YouTubes. We'll be doing a lot of shows today. Booms, remember when we said, oh, it sucks you work Mondays, but you have Wednesdays and Thursdays off. Man, nothing happens on Wednesdays and Thursdays. I think Terry Funk, the wrestling god's like, no, we need Boom Boom to talk more wrestling. Booms, you went from, I only do SmackDown reviews because of my work schedule, to, oh, I got 97 fucking reviews to do. How crazy is Wednesday nights and Thursday nights just because you got to catch up? Going to be on these Wednesdays. There's 4 TNA, ROH, Lucha Underground, NXT, all on the same night. That's just insane. If you're not more excited for... I'm going to put this out there. If you're not more excited about Wednesday nights than you are Monday nights, you're a WWE fan and not a pro wrestling fan. Because if you only had to choose one night, Wednesday night, ROH, NXT, Lucha Underground, TNA, and you don't choose that over Raw, you're just a WWE fan. Stop calling yourself a pro wrestling fan. And there's nothing wrong with just being a WWE fan. If you're just a WWE fan and you call yourself a pro wrestling fan, then there's a problem. A7X Weeman says, shit, man, I'm hyped. Laugh my ass off. Mickus Kid says, do you think TNA will work with ROH? No. They have plenty of times.
No, remember, okay, there was a,
besides AAA, go ahead, Booms.
I was going to say, yeah, they did work together at one point. Then the whole Rob Feinstein incident happened, and then TNA pretty much told all their guys, no, if you're contracted with us, no, we're not working with Ring of Honor anymore. Because remember, at one point you had AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels working. I mean,
yeah, but that was more Jarrett. That was more Jarrett in charge. I don't think Dixie was in charge back then.
No, I'm just saying, historically, they have. Now, will they work together? Now, if you're TNA, why do you want to work and give ammunition to essentially to the company that could really take you out? They could take you off Destination America. Now they're saying now, no, we're fine, we're here, but in the back of your mind, you got to be thinking, well, there's a possibility that they could drop us come September. Why do we want to give ammunition? I mean, we got to, we don't need to be worried about cross promoting. We need to be worried about saving our own skin here. Otherwise, we're going to be looking for another network, and if we don't find it, we're dead. So I don't think they will.
So, here's the thing. It's too late. Like, besides AAA, Wrestle One, they had a New Japan, Ring of Honor. Once again, TNA is trying to be a number 2 WWE instead of being a legit company. It's too late now. Fucking, hey, you want to work together? Why? Why? We've had our opportunities. It's over. I mean, it would be great as a pro wrestling fan if they worked together. It'd be great if Destination America fucking pulled out some fucking their dick and balls and be like, hey, bitch, you better suck that and start working with other companies. That'd be great. But if Destination America doesn't bully TNA into fucking working together, they're never going to work together. Never. I just think I think it's too late to benefit them. Like, if TNA did what the Daily Show did, then yeah, it would make sense. It'd be like, oh, well, we're working with Ring of Honor, we're working with New Japan. Oh, Destination America, here we go, we have a spinoff, and then you could have pocketed some of that money by being a producer, you know what I mean? But no, it's too late. There's no fucking benefit to it whatsoever. It can only harm you. The only way they work together is if Destination America says, hey, guess what? We're not going to renew your deal. We're not canceling because Dixie Carter will sue you. Fucking ridiculous. But let's say they don't renew the deal and be like, yeah, let's fucking re-sign. They are go. Destination America. Destination America is running like a business, and that's it. It just. I mean, especially if the ratings. No, I just think it's too late. The only way they work together is Destination America forces them. And Destination America has all of the power now. It's not like, granted, I know this is going to make some TNA fans mad, but, you know, ECW, WWE, whatever, it doesn't matter. The TV station's always had the power. It's not like this is a TNA situation, like, I can't believe Spike TV and Destination America have all the power. No. Why do you think there's a WWE network? There's a WWE network because the TV stations have all the power. You know what? It isn't. There isn't a WWE network because they're like, wow, this is a great idea. Thanks, Shane. No, go fuck yourself, Shane McMahon. WWE historians will know what that means. No, they did it because they're like, fuck, we didn't get that NASCAR money. That's why. That's why. There's a no. They have all the fucking power. They have all the power, and you know it's not even we're picking on TNA. Look at throughout history. You know, WWE killed WCW. Yeah, that's propaganda. That's proper fucking ganda. You know what killed WCW? AOL going, this is fucking stupid. That's what killed WCW. If AOL, if they had a free, we killed WCW with a free couple hours of the internet, that's more accurate. You're like, wow, not only do I get 24 free hours of AOL online, I also get the death of WCW. Now that's an accurate statement. Same thing with ECW. WWE doesn't drive people out of business. Television networks do. Television networks do. And Destination America just like, fuck you. Fuck you. I am Mikey. Mike Ashman says, I love the idea. I feel like this light will fire both promotions to put on great products, especially TNA is forced to be on their A game, or they could full out get dropped. Yeah, it's going to be great competition. It's going to be, you know, it's great for the pro wrestling fan.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt. I mean, how fucking awesome is Wednesdays? Granted, Wednesdays has always been my favorite night of the week, but now it's like, because I remember, like, you know, I'm not, I guess I'm job hunting. I don't know. I'm job hunting, but like with a slingshot and not giving a shit. I'm job hunting like kids going fishing by throwing rocks in a fucking lake. But I'm always like, no, I need Tuesday mornings off to cover Raw. I might just be like, no, I need Thursday mornings off to fucking cover Wednesday. Let's see. Razor Wolf says, I've been in a wrestling coma since WrestleMania. What the fuck did I miss? Well, Ring of Honor just signed on Destination America. Last week's, I think, pro wrestling was absolutely awesome. So if you watch from last week and skip Monday Night Raw, I think you'll enjoy pro wrestling right now. It's been a good week. Total Nonstop Action says, this is great fucking news, period. I'm as excited as fuck. I don't think Dixie Carter shares your fucking excitement. TNA just got rickrolled, and every other form of trolling. And that's from Brandon Matthews. A7X Weeman says, also the fact that TNA is on Destination America turns away half the fan base. TNA has so many English fans. Oh, yeah. But, you know, TNA has a lot of and this is one thing, you know, I know a lot of YouTubers that are pro TNA brag about their national television deals. Destination America drops them. None of those television deals are paying for fucking shit. You know why they got a great deal in England? They got a great deal in Japan? They got a great deal in India? Because it's cheap content. Where Destination America has more skin in the game. So, like, all these people are like, well, they're doing great in England. They're on the great channel in Japan. Yeah. But they go, hey, guys, we need a little help fucking paying for our production. Do you really think the television deals stay? That's just the fucking reality. I mean, I know, I don't want to be the asshole who's, like, always fucking negative. But also, there's too many positive Petey's in this fucking circle jerk that we call TNA. No. You know how fast G Plus drops TNA as soon as they say, hey, pay us a little more. Shoot, gone. And in fact, I wonder, you know, first off, TNA has never made a profit, because if they did, they would brag about it. Second off, I don't want to get into that fucking debate, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you don't have a fucking home network to help with production costs, to help get the fucking thing out, you don't have international television deals. They drop to the wayside fucking overnight. Overnight. And that's it. You know, UK, it's got such great ratings. If I was TNA, I would try to become an all UK fed and have them pay for production. But here's the thing. Go watch American Office compared to British Office. Go watch Doctor Who, and you know what I mean? Their production values are not up to American standards 70% of the time. I mean, there's some amazing shows in England, and they've really improved their entertainment value. But, you know, the UK, are they willing to pay what Destination America is going to pay? I don't know. It looks like we're going to find out one day. I know Japan's not. Japan, I don't even know if I'd love to see what Japan is paying. Because it's probably nothing. It's probably, all right, we'll put it up. Yeah, sure, here you go. But who knows? I don't know. They're very secretive and very stupid. And when someone is secretive and stupid, nothing matters when they talk. You know what I mean? Like when you go meet a webmaster or an SEO guy or a pro wrestler, and they're like, it's a secret. I just assume you're fucking stupid. Because successful people that I know don't tell you it's a secret. You know, I never met someone high up on the marketing ladder that's like, oh, it's a secret. They're like, what the fuck do you mean it's a secret? What do you mean? Usually when it's like, it's a secret, you're a dumb fucking person. I have a Chinese business partner. I stepped down. He runs the business now. And he said it best. And I'm translating bad Chinese here. The man who says his job is a secret really has no skill. As soon as you're like, oh, what I do, it's a secret, you won't understand. You really have no skills. I don't know if you agree with the Chinaman, but it fucking sounds pretty accurate to me. I am Mikey. Mike Ashman says, TNA is a good product overall. Well, minus the Hogan era. Come on. And has bounced back after the Hogan and Eric Bischoff era. Okay, I think me and I am Mikey are on the same page. Hogan Eric, among other major names, raped Dixie's mindset on pro wrestling. I don't think she knew. I don't think she ever had a mindset on pro wrestling. I just don't think she knows. TNA, like every pro wrestling promotion, has fucked up, plus TNA has been around longer than ECW. Yeah, but it's television deals. It's having a shit ton of money. That's not a fucking award. Paul Heyman had a shoestring budget. Like, that's the thing. You can't compare shit without actually being honest. TNA's been out longer than ECW. ECW changed the business on a shoestring budget. That's what ECW did. What did TNA do? TNA gave you an alternative and lost a shit ton of money. You know, that'd be like, boom, boom, let's start sandwich shops, ready? You have $8 trillion and Papa Panda will throw money at you every time you fuck up. Dave, you have $3. Good luck. And then with my $3, I fucking get bought out by, I get bought out by Subway and become fucking a billionaire, and Subway changes their sandwiches because of me. Boom Boom's like, hey, we've never sold that many fucking sandwiches, but I'm still in business. No, you cannot fucking compare the two. You cannot compare the fucking two. It's not even close. It's not. And Bischoff area of WCW. Yeah, but once again, WCW, it's a television deal. Like, I think Dixie Carter, I give her all the credit for working hard, and I will not say the doomsday until they don't have a television deal. As soon as they don't have a television deal, oh, trust me, I'm on the doomsday thing. And that's how much a television deal matters with this business model of pro wrestling. You know, like, Destination America, TNA, nope, no doomsday, it's gonna fucking be around. Destination America is dropping TNA. Holy shit! Panic! Panic! Do we have the MREs? Do we have the water? It's the television deal, you fucking retards. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get angry. Didn't mean to call you the R word, but it's the television deal. That's what it is. This may work out for TNA, seeing former TNA fans that have been turned off tune in for ROH, possibly stick around to catch Impact. That's a possibility, and that's a nice thing. You know, yeah, a lot of...
Yeah, I guess that's what they're... Yeah, it looks like it's what they're doing. They're going to start out with a 1-hour episode of Ring of Honor, which will start at 8 o'clock. And then, not starting at 9, they'll do your normal 2-hour Impact Wrestling, followed up by a replay of that Ring of Honor episode. So you're going to have a nice 4-hour block of wrestling that will be basically a TNA sandwich. You know, Ring of Honor's the bread, and ironically enough, TNA is going to be the meat. So I think if those TNA fans tune in early, they'll check out Ring of Honor. Maybe they'll catch the tail end and go, wow, I wonder how this all started. They'll watch Impact, then catch like the beginning of Ring of Honor. So I like how they've got it structured personally.
Yeah. And the thing is, if TNA goes out of business, and I don't want them to go out of business, WWE fanboys, you didn't run them out of business. WWE didn't run them out of business. Destination America did.
Yeah, you cannot credit Vince McMahon and WWE for, quote unquote, trying to run them out of business because they have not mentioned them, have not talked about them. People that I don't think they've directly hired TNA talent. I mean, they've either been on hiatus or gone to Ring of Honor first before hiring them. So they've never done anything to legitimize that company. It's not like WCW days. Remember the Billionaire Ted skits? And they made fun of Ted Turner. Then they put in Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man. They called him the Huckster and the Nacho Man. Then the constant, just the mocking, and then the whole radicals, the jumping ship. That was a war. But WWE has not done that in the case of Impact Wrestling. They don't exist in the WWE universe.
And also there's the fact that ROH is so much cheaper than TNA. So if ROH comes on there and they do amazing, TNA is amazing. That's what we all want. We want to live in a positivity fucking land. We want tons of pro wrestling. That's what we want. But then there's the business side. TNA probably costs I don't know. This is just guesstimate here. This is just my guess. No facts whatsoever. At least 4 times. One Kurt Angle runs. You cut Kurt Angle. The money you cut Kurt Angle with runs ROH for the next 16 years. It's just, it's not even close. So, yeah, if Destination America is like, oh, we have ROH and TNA, ha ha ha, look at us, this is amazing. That's what we all want. But as 2 guys who've worked in television, that's not how it's going to work out. The odds of that are going to work out as not. What's going to happen is they're going to be like, wow, ROH has the same fucking ratings. Goodbye, TNA. It's just, I don't want it to happen, but anyone that's worked in television for half a sandwich is like, fuck. Right now, TNA cannot fuck around anymore. I don't think they could ever fuck around, but that is just me. Or else September is game over, and it better not be on my birthday, the 11th. Oh, yeah. That sucks, yeah, because that would suck. But not only that, but my birthday was September 12th, and I was doing pretty damn well before the terrorists did a building. And I just remember, it was always attached. I had, I never, because, I grew up poor, so I never made a big deal about my birthday party. But September 12th, I was going to go to the Rays game, the Lightning game, and I was going to have, 20 to 30 of my closest friends, and they were all going to travel the morning of the 12th. And, yeah, goddamn terrorist. Ruined my birthday. After that, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's a bad sign to have birthday parties for me. But yeah, being born on September 11th's gotta kind of suck. Oh, man. But yeah, all right, let's go across the board here. We'll go some live comments, and then we also have NXT review, a Lucha Underground review. And there's so much shit, Boom. So much shit to do, my friend. Okay.
Oh, no.
At the _BWR ask on Twitter, This is either the end of TNA or the beginning of Destination America as a rival to the WWE Network, which will soon include GFW. That would be awesome. Like if they just got, because that's the thing, wrestling compared to reality TV and pro wrestling is so cheap compared to other forms of television. And if they have a Wednesday wrestling night and add tons of that, or just tons, let's look at the CW. The CW was hurting this year. No, not this year. I apologize. CW was hurting. And then the Arrow came along. Then the Flash. And then the Flash and Arrow spin-offs. You can, maybe that Destination America, on a smaller scale, does this with pro wrestling. That would be amazing. That's the best thing that you want. If they bring in Global Force, throw in some Lucha Underground, it's really cheap entertainment as far as Hollywood standards go. And sometimes it can save your network. I mean, let me put it this way. TNA, ROH, this is just me. Granted, I live in Japan, so maybe Boom Boom can answer this better. I had no idea they existed. None. Had zero, knew nothing. Now, Booms, you live in America.
Yes.
I live in Tokyo now, so me saying, I don't know it existed, and you're like, no, Dave, that's kind of the big thing. I honestly didn't hear Justin Bieber till like maybe 30 years after he's, okay, that was over-exaggerated, but like there's just stuff that fucking people on Facebook comment and mention, and I'm just fucking clueless about because I don't live in the country. Did you know, you living in America, did you know Destination America existed before TNA and ROH?
No, but here's why. Destination America is relatively a new channel. They didn't start until 2012, so they've only been around for 3 years.
All right, well, that would be nice.
And plus, it's part of the Discovery Channel family of channels. So maybe honestly, I've never heard of it before Impact.
Yeah, and not only that, but like the big thing is, I think if it was a couple years ago at the _BWR on Twitter, if it was a couple years ago, I'd be like, no, that's fucking stupid. But the business model has been successful with CW. And CW didn't use pro wrestling. They used superhero shows. Maybe Destination America treats TNA and ROH the same way CW treated The Flash and Arrow. So that's just that. All right. Boom, ba, boom, bum, ba, Andy Paps on Facebook says, wrestling fans win, except for TNA. Laugh my ass off. Yeah. It just bothers me that TNA is always the punchline, but I just think that's Dixie, man. You know what I mean? I mean, there's like people on my Facebook wall, the WWE fanboys, WWE defenders, are just having the time of their lives. And I just like, you know what? I just wish they weren't the punchline, but you can't make so many mistakes and not expect to be the punchline, Richard says, I'm a WWE guy, but I love pro wrestling. I love NXT and ROH. What's great about ROH, they're making their own niche, their own product. That's how you become successful. TNA just couldn't understand that concept. I wish Ring of Honor a lot of luck. And that right there, that's the type of comment that stings more than fucking anything else. Because that's the thing when you're like, oh, well, Richard here is a WWE fanboy, but he's like, no, I like Ring of Honor, I like NXT. Then you got a problem. You know what I mean? The AOL Time Warner merger killed WCW. That's true, Andy Paps. All right, boom, 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 refresh. Booms, remember this was going to be a short show?
Yeah, I remember that.
I appreciate the live comments, though. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Thank you very much. We're 8-0, baby. 8-0. Oh, crap, there's a lot of comments. Let's go through these as quick as possible because we still have an NXT review. We have a lot of shows.
Yes, we do.
Right. Let me see, where did I leave this off? This is from Total Nonstop Action. I've been a long-time pro wrestling fan since '94. Holy shit. When you say you're a long-time wrestling fan since '94, I feel so fucking old. Boobs, how old do you feel with that first comment statement?
Yeah, that makes me feel, yeah.
Oh, man, wow. I'm old. And I haven't been, and I'm not knocking you, Total Nonstop Action. That's definitely a knock on we're fucking old. We're just old. And I haven't been this excited in a long time. Ring of Honor lead show for TNA Impact Wrestling. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. I just hope TNA and ROH either collaborate or feud with each other. Yeah, that would be nice, but I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. ROH has a lot of talent, TNA talent. Example, Jay Lethal, AJ Styles, Joe, Sabin, Bad Influence, Young Bucks, and so on. Yeah, that's a way to spin it. I mean, I think those are all guys returning home. I don't think that's TNA guys going to ROH. But how cool would it be to see them feud with the new generation of TNA talent? And let's remind you, former ROH guys, Aries, Kenny, Eddie Edwards, Richards, Manic, and so on. Either way, ROH brings competition which will force TNA to step up its game on an all-time level. I'm excited as fuck, and I don't give two flying fucks who's trying to spin this into negative. All right, well, it's good. I guess you're going to be positive. I mean, it could work out, but it's your best-case scenario is they follow the CW plan. You know what I mean? Because besides CW, and that's not even because they're both DC. Booms, you work in television. I work in I worked in television. When is two competition shows on the same channel ever worked out? I mean, maybe Family Guy Simpsons, but were they really competition?
No, they really weren't competition because they were the same. They were owned by the same company.
Yeah, I don't know if this has ever worked out before, and that's the thing. If it works out, great. But you have to have history. It's just. WWE, TBS, I don't remember. I don't ever remember it working out. Maybe there is. And that's the thing. I think maybe when you get older, you maybe get more negative, but, I just don't see it working out. I mean, I hope it does. It would be great. That's the thing about being negative is if something good happens, you're fucking, oh, that's awesome. But being positive all the time, it's like, I don't know. Good luck with that. Jen Next says, I'll be nice to see a real alternative to WWE for once. All right. Could this be a work? Thomas Sabrowski. I just think people abuse this could be a work.
If I had a fucking dollar for every time anything ever happened in wrestling and somebody chimed in, would you think this is a work? I could retire today.
But, what would they be working? I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be a work by Destination America because they're gonna fucking get TNA for fucking pennies on the dollar. I am Mikey Mike Ashman says I mean I guess first 10 minutes I thought it was fake. I thought for sure. I mean I guess it could be a work. Well, let's be a little nice about this comment. We're getting a little cranky. We're not that show. Let's not be cranky, guys. I think it could be a work as in they're working TNA over. Like they could be using ROH. A lot of times women cheat on their husbands because they want their husbands to pay attention. That's not fair to women. People cheat on their mates because they want the mate to pay attention. Maybe ROH is that mate. Like, hey, you're fucking bitchy. Look at this. I'm going to sleep with ROH. Oh, you're bringing me flowers and chocolate now? You shouldn't have. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it could be a work as in they're going to try to get TNA, but I don't think it's a work because they're just being honest about it. Like, I think if you go to Destination America, they'll be like, I ain't going to fucking bother talking to you. But if they did talk to you, they'd be like, yeah, we want to get TNA a lot cheaper, and they're a pain in the ass. I mean, I guess. But when it did hit, though, when I saw it on the Destination America thing, I did think it was fake. I thought someone was, fucking busting our balls. I wonder if ROH will be able to air Samoa Joe return in June of Destination America. LOL. That is the debut episode. Shake my head. That is just insult to crippling injuries. Will you be doing ROH reviews now? We never not did ROH reviews because we didn't like ROH. I did not do ROH reviews because by the time I had access to them, it was 4 fucking weeks ago. And reviewing a TV show that was aired 4 weeks ago, all right, first off, ROH, TNA, we get the least views for these. And we don't make any money. It's not that big a deal. But it's still, we're like, you got a bit of an ego. You're like, oh, I sat there for an hour and I only got 10 views. That makes me sad because I don't shut the fuck up. Boom Boom will tell you. But when you sit there and you're like, oh, we only got 100 views, and I'm reviewing something from 4 weeks ago, it's kind of like, that ain't my cup of tea. But now that it's on Destination America, it's not, we didn't want it, we just had access to it sooner. I live in Tokyo. I had to wait 4 fucking weeks, maybe more. I mean, there was a time I reviewed a TNA show. I apologize. I reviewed an ROH show that aired 6 weeks ago. I'm just like, no. Access and availability is what makes ROH. But now, ROH on Destination America, maybe it'll be more accessed and we'll do more results to it, you know? So I hope to be doing more. I would love to review everything. But at the same time, my real life is very busy, and I don't do short shows. I don't know. Boom, boom. Do I do short shows?
You are incapable of doing short shows unless I start slipping you riddling.
I don't know. Maybe if, because, you know, it depends on my future here. But if I do it, maybe me and Boom Boom could do like an all Wednesday show and just make it a really long podcast, and ROH be a part of that. But trust me, ROH reviews are not because I don't like the ROH product. I just don't have access to it. You know, I did a review for ROH that aired 6 weeks ago because that was the first time I had access to it, and it got like 100 views. And the views don't bother me that much, but the fact that it's like 6 fucking weeks ago, you know, I'm pretty sure people that didn't want to watch the fucking show watched it by the time I had access to review it. I am Mikey Mike Ashman. Pro wrestling lives on Wednesday nights. LOL, without a doubt. How fucking exciting is Wednesday nights? No matter what, we have alternatives. Yeah, I like the alternatives, and it's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. Cena is not a main eventer, and the rise of alternatives is real. We are either living in a matrix, or the future is now, or maybe both. Possibility. It is a good time, and I love it. You have Jarrett. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. I don't think it's a great time to be Boom Boom reviewing shows.
I'm gonna need somebody to put on a pot of coffee. I got shows to review.
Yeah. Maybe we have to call like Wednesday Night Wars. I'm pretty sure someone's already come up with that fucking cool nickname, but we'll have to come up with something. Wacky Wednesdays. But yeah, we'll have to do it. The American Alucard said, I like ROH, but I hate all these bandwagon ROH fans coming out of the woodwork. Yeah, I think that has that. Yeah. I could see that. You have a point. The ROH deal is only 26 weeks, and the ROH boss said that they only signed with Destination America because TNA was there, and they planned to sign because of TNA. ROH is clearly trying to leech viewers from TNA. Maybe, but you know, Destination America let it happen.
Dave, this is the spin you were talking about. This is exactly the spin. Yeah, Ring of Honor has been trying to negotiate a deal, including Spike TV, and they got landed on Destination America. I mean, obviously, Destination America likes professional wrestling. They're like, well, this is actually, you know, something that I believe impacts their highest rated show, so let's bring up another professional wrestling show. It's more likely going to be cheaper to produce, but probably make more money off of it. So, yeah, of course they're going to put it there. And it's the same thing. I mean, Dave referenced this earlier, you know, Family Guy and The Simpsons. I mean, what do you think leads to Fox's animation domination block on Sunday nights? I mean, you can't say that, oh, well, Bob's Burgers is leeching off the Cleveland show.
First off, no one. You know what? I put my foot down. I might not be a TNA fanboy. I might not be a WWE fanboy. I might not like companies. But for the love of Terry Funk, I am the biggest Bob's Burgers fanboy in the fucking world. I said it. I love Bob's Burger. It's the best show on the animation lineup. And I know I'm in the minority, but I don't care. The way TNA fanboys defend TNA, the way WWE fanboys say, I love pro wrestling and I don't defend the company. With that said, put it on my tombstone. I will always defend the honor of Bob's Burgers. I love that fucking show. It's absolutely amazing.
So I mean, it just makes it's just sense to put these two together. I mean, it's like on CBS they'll put 2 college basketball games back to back. I mean, it's not like, you know, you can't do you can't do like 2 sports things. Like you can't put a NASCAR race followed up by an NBA basketball game because, yeah, while they're both sports, I mean, they're just two totally different audiences. This is the same audience here. You can hook this in. That's why I keep going back to it. Like Fox puts, Simpsons, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Cleveland Show. Then they'll try to sneak in Brooklyn Nine-Nine because, hey, it's a comedy, and okay, we can work all this in. I mean, it just makes sense to tier it like that. It's not leeching. It's just it makes sense programming-wise.
Yeah. I know that, but that's what competition is. I mean, I don't think it's... Because then at the same time you can be like, well, you leached Ring of Honor's talent. I mean, it's just... Once you start thinking like that, it's kind of like, yeah, well, no shit. You know what I mean? It'd be like Doug Flutie gets the job, and Rob Johnson on the bench is like, you just fucking did that to get my job. No shit. No shit. You're only... I love you, the American a la carte, but yeah, I know, but like I don't see it. It's competition. That's the way it's gonna be. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Some more comments here. LB Clash of Kings. Welcome back, sir. I haven't seen you in a while. Destination is what they are secretly in. All right, Destination. What if they are in secret talks with Lucha Underground to the network like they did ROH? I kid you not. I would just start buying. I would buy Destination America gear. You know what I mean? If they get Lucha Underground, ROH, and TNA, fuck that. Where do I get my Destination American T-shirts? I might not be loyal to a pro wrestling company. I'm more loyal to wrestling ideas. But I would be so loyal to a fucking channel that had Lucha Underground, Ring of Honor, TNA. Fucking throw New Japan in there. I'm fucking sold. I would go out of my way to go meet some television friends in Japan to get Destination America to come to Japan. I'd be like, we need Destination America. And sad part is, I bet you Destination America would fucking dominate the ratings in fucking cheap cable Japan spot. Plus, Destination America rumors that just came out, the way Destination America is to be the spot for pro wrestling, its world is kind of like the national deal with the Destination America version of WWE Network with better wrestling shows. And TNA, Lucha Underground, ROH, AAA have a working relationship recently with Lucha Libre World Cup, so we might see Lucha Underground and GFW come to Destination America with TNA. Now, let me tell you something. If that happened, now that's positivity. That is wow. Because here's the thing. Another man sharing a bed with your wife. That's a problem. But 40 fucking people in bed in an orgy, all different sexual fucking males and females, that's an orgy. Right now, it is 2 men, 1 woman, awkwardness. They're not swingers. It's just awkward. You throw in 3 or 4 more people to the party, that's a fucking wrestling orgy. That's when I start, dun, 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 Mr. Positivity, Destination America, woo! That's when I'm on the positivity bandwagon. Because you went from a dude fucking your wife to a fucking all-out orgy. No, an all-out orgy is a hell of a lot better than another dude fucking your wife. That's all I'm going to say. So Destination America adds 1 more show. That's not a dude fucking your wife. That is an orgy, and I am for pro wrestling orgies. By the way, that rant lost 3 viewers. Remember radio days when
I'm starting a book of quotes. I'm starting a book of quotes for Dave Coco. I love that. An orgy is better than another guy fucking your wife.
That's it. I mean, if Destination America adds a 3rd party, like if I was TNA, I kid you not, if I was TNA, first off, I'd make sure I have my television deal lined up, and then once I have my shit locked down, I'd be like, yeah, go for Global Force. Go for that. Because then you are the flagship of an orgy. So, yeah. Edwin Rodriguez. Oh, wait, I forgot Malik Douglas. Malik Douglas, where's wrestling going to go from here? Is the same sort of new era, or are wrestling fans just overhyping this all? Keep in mind that Ring of Honor already had a television deal on normal channels, so it's not like ROH was dead before this. No, but this is a national television deal.
Yeah, this brings them to more households.
Access to it. People, like, because here's the thing. Let's just call, I like Ring of Honor, but sometimes I fall a little out of love with it. And the reason I fall out of love with it is I don't want to watch a show that I only have access to 7 weeks earlier. I think this is a national television deal. This is huge for Ring of Honor. It's a real television network. Not saying Sinclair's not, but I'm thinking it very loudly. It's a real television network. It's a national fucking television network. So, no, I agree that it's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. I really believe it's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. I don't think it's a boom like Jeff Jarrett says. I think it's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan if you're willing to check out alternatives. And I think it's going to force WWE to be better. So I think it's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan because all these guys are going to push to make the product better. But, yeah, so I don't know if it's a new era just yet. I think we need more successes before it's a new era. I mean, if you really had an era, it's like if you had to honestly label this era the reality era. No, this is the real fucking era. WWE is a monopoly, but it fucking sucks. We're dying for alternatives era. That's more accurate. It doesn't have the ring that the Attitude Era has, but I think it's the most accurate statement of this era. And if the alternatives do good, then there might be a boom. There might be an era with a better name. But yeah, right now it's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan, especially with the technology, the alternatives. All right, Edwin Rodriguez says, ECW was around when wrestling was hot. It was a different time, different era in the 90s, so you really can't compare TNA and ECW. The problem with TNA was that 2007, 2008, 2009, they weren't bringing TNA originals to the main event roster. It was always Sting or Angle main eventing Bound for Glory when it should have been Joey Styles and Daniels. I mean, Samoa Joe and Styles. They were supposed to be a thing. I was like, Joey Styles? Joe Styles and Daniels and Bobby Roode as the main event heel and no cheaters. I'm just super excited about ROH. Yeah, I'm super excited about ROH. And I think TNA fans have to even do it. Total Nonstop Action. LOL. That Kurt Angle money enough to run ROH for the next 16 years. Coco Sports Classic. Appreciate it, sir. TNA had this is from I Am Mikey. TNA had a conference call with talent. During today's conference call this afternoon, Dixie Carter assured TNA talent that the company has a good standing with Destination America, and they are currently planning for the 2016 season. See, that's stuff that I like. That's shit that I can be positive about. If that's the truth, that brings me happiness. Suing Dave Meltzer does not bring me happiness.
I refer to that as desperation. I mean, that's not desperation, but they're in denial. That's exactly what the fuck that is. That's denial.
Well, and the big thing is time will tell. When asked if there is an out clause for Destination America this fall, Carter said due to legal... Oh. Oh, this just went. This conference call just went. I wonder if there is sound effects. This is why I couldn't work for TNA. Because I would just be sitting there in my little fucking TNA shirt next to Al Snow being squished up against the wall and be like, hey, Al, what's going on? And Al would just be like bullying me, and I'd just be sitting there going, oh, I don't know what's going on. And then she would be like this, and he'd be like, during today's conference call, we're in 2016. I'm like, yeah! Woo! And then you can hear me in the background. And when asked if there is an out clause for this fall, Carter due to legal advice, you would actually hear this on the conference call. They'd be like, Coco, you're fired. Be like, yeah, I know, I'll pack up my shit. And confidential clauses. She could not comment other than the escape clauses are common in TV deals. Like, well, at least someone had the balls to ask her. Congratulations, person who asked her. Also at the conference, Dixie addressed other topics such as late pay and what Ring of Honor deal with Destination means to TNA. I can picture myself being in a meeting. I don't understand. Maybe this is why I'd probably get fucking fired from TNA in 5 seconds. Because I would be like, alright, let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Oh my god, you guys are awesome. Alright, this is going to be the last set of calls. LB Clash of King, you are last comment. Then we're going to have to go to a Stump the Idiot because Boom Boom and me have other shows to do. Thank you so much for being part of our community, though. It really does mean a lot. Alright, this is our last batch of comments. You ready, Booms?
Ready, rapid fire.
All right, rapid fire. Boom, 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 boom. Da, da, da. Cool to see. All right, let's see. Here we go. I Am Mikey says, cool to see TNA and ROH both grown to be true leaders of alternatives for basically the past 13 years to two promotions, took two paths, and landed the same deal. Pretty ironic. Billy Kroger tweeted, personally, I like the pairing of Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling back-to-back. Going to be a great night of action and lots to talk about. You know, why couldn't they do Tuesday? You know what? Dude, I don't know. It's just Wednesday. There's just so much going on. Wednesday, who says Wednesday's their favorite night of the week? If you're a wrestling fan, you're going to start saying that. Malik Douglas, the ironic thing about what you said about the CW is that ROH and SmackDown were both on the CW at one point. Yeah, yeah. I guess Jeff James, I've been a long-time wrestling fan since about 1978. LOL. Jeff James, give yourself a Barry Horowitz. And if you're not a teenager, just fucking throwing out random years, because some people do that. Some people are like, oh, I've been a fan since 1980. I've been a fan since 1979. If you're not a teenager, just throwing out a random year, give yourself a Barry Horowitz, because there's not many people that have been watching wrestling longer than me. Not many. And that would be, if it was true, then yeah, you would be watching wrestling. But not by much. That's how fucking old I am. Not by much. It's probably, I hope Jeff James ain't a teenager, because that would be embarrassing. I'm like, you're 78, me too. And he's like, no, I'm just fucking lying, you old man. So you guys see Lucha Underground tonight? That shit was great. Nah, I don't have access to it till later tonight. Dixie Carter, hashtag @TNA Dixie, the hottest wrestling network in the industry. Alright, yeah, they're just fucking spinning this shit. Several TNA talents sending out a tweet, mentioned news, Ring of Honor coming in. According to PW, this is something that TNA is doing on their own, and not something that Destination asked them to. Of course they're gonna do it on their own. What are you gonna fucking, what are you gonna do? There is no working relationship between two companies, and it is not something two companies came up with together. Of course not. They're just Destination America is being fucking like the Monopoly guy. Like, I don't know who runs Destination America, but I'm just picturing the Monopoly guy. Be like, Baltic Avenue, Park Place, battle it out, bitches. The American a la carte. Plus, the deal is not for live ROH shows. It's for ROH shows that are a week behind, like if you watch on the ROH website for free. Oh, if they're fucking far behind, no. The American a la carte, don't tell me that. I went from, yeah, Ring of Honor, Destination America. Alright, maybe if it's a week behind, but no. No. I'm just going to be sad if this is true, the American a la carte. Like, I'm like, ROH, and they're like, well, we're going to show. It's kind of like the New Japan Access deal. I was fucking excited as shit. And they're like, yeah, it's going to have English commentary from 12 years ago, something you already saw, Dave. And I was like, hopefully it's better than what it is now. I Am Mikey. Mike Ashman says there's a lot of speculation surrounding the Samoa Joe situation. He recently signed a WWE deal, which allows him to make several Ring of Honor TV appearances. Now that ROH has a cable deal with Destination America, WWE may try to sign him to an exclusive deal. Hey, that's awesome. Joe is the man. Congratulations, Joe. Pulling from upcoming business. Could be the same scenario for Rhino and other talents. Joe is scheduled for the June 20th ROH tapings, teaming with AJ to face Kazarian. Yeah. You know what? Like how people are loyal to companies. I'm loyal to athletes. If Samoa Joe just makes a shit ton of money, I'm a happy Samoa Joe fan. I don't give a fuck. I just want to see Samoa Joe at top of his game, motivated, making cash. If that's in TNA, I'm happy for Joe. And that's it. I don't know. Like, people are loyal to companies. I'm loyal to fucking wrestlers. That's it. I just fucking know. Wherever Joe goes, Samoa Joe can be wrestling in a fucking backyard. And I'm like, yeah, fucking Joe! My dedication as a fan goes to wrestlers, not the companies. I Am Mikey says TNA, ROH, if they really add a Lucha Underground, shit might as well be called Destination Wrestling. Hey, fucking, that would be awesome. Monday Night Jaw says, Wrestle Orgy or we riot? Damn. I wish we could rename our show. Maybe
No,
I'll
let's
like
make
that.
that to a let's make that the new CocoSports.com T-shirt.
Wrestle Orgy or We Riot. Malik Douglas. Oh, didn't know this was a national deal. My bad. Well, national deal in America, yeah. Destination America is in a lot more households than whatever Ring of Honor is.
Fire stations.
Malik Douglas says the desperation era. I'd like to say something more positive, but it fits. LB Classic King. I don't know about the desperation era. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe it's now or never era. Tap. Aha! 2 people understand that, and they're probably not fucking listening to the show. LB Classic King says, I put a custom-made logo on Wednesday Night Wars with Kevin Owens, EC3, Prince Puma, and Jay Lethal on the cover with hashtag Elite 4. That's awesome. Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. All right, we've probably missed 8,000 more new comments, and we really appreciate them. Maybe we'll do a Stump the Idiot later, but we have to do an NXT review, a Lucha Underground review, and also, what's the pay-per-view? Cage in a fucking Cage.
That Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, that's it.
This is what I'm here for, kids.
Yeah, so we're gonna. I wish that like every time I fucked up saying something, they would just change the name. This Sunday, Cage in a Cage. All right, there we go. Elimination Chamber preview.
We're gonna build a whole pay-per-view around the Punjabi prison match.
All right, like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Coco Sports because we tweet there almost every time we're about to go live, unless I'm an idiot and forget. And especially in the middle of the week, you have to be subscribed because we do so many shows. Boom, boom. You leaving to Wednesday and Thursdays off has really been a blessing in disguise, sir. It's been a blessing in disguise.
I mean, come on, what could be better? I missed Monday Night Raw and get to watch like NXT, Lucha Underground, and now we get to watch Ring of Honor. Hey, everything's coming up, boom, boom.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Coco Sports. We'll be back in 10 to 20 minutes. And check out cocosports.net, K-O-C-O sports.net. With that, I am over.